2018 Mercedes-Benz S500 and S63 AMG Coupe review. Mercedes-Benz strikes again with the introduction of their new flagship coupe, the 2015 Mercedes-Benz S63 AMG Coupe. While we were at it, we also took the entry-level S Coupe, the V8-powered S500, out for a spin in stunning Tuscany. The new S-Class Coupe essentially replaces the Mercedes-Benz CL that saw 3 generations built between 1992 and 2013. CL stands for Coupe Light, and the name was initially introduced for the American markets in 1996. The new S-Class Coupe still follows the same base recipe as the previous generation CL. It is based on the S-Class limousine and features a shorter wheelbase and a choice of engines limited only to the most powerful variants available in the S-Class limousine. With the introduction of the 2015 S-Class Coupe, Mercedes-Benz restores some order in their lineup naming, and unlike the BMW M3/M4 renaming discussion, nobody seems to regret this change. Before we tell you more about our time with the new S63 AMG 4MATIC, S500 4MATIC and S500 with the new curve tilting function, we will talk you through the basics of the new S-Class Coupe. New in this review is a little Q&A we did based on questions we received from readers and fans like you through our social media channels, including Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Feel free to submit your questions for any of our upcoming reviews, which will be announced on Facebook and Instagram, on our social media channels as well. The engine at launch: there will only be 2 engine variants available of the 2015 Mercedes-Benz S-Class Coupe, the S500 and S63 AMG. Later, more powerful variants like the S600 and S65 AMG will be introduced, but at launch it is V8 dominance. The Mercedes-Benz S500 Coupe was the first variant of the S-Class Coupe to be revealed. Just like its sedan sibling, the S500 Coupe features a 4.6-liter V8 biturbo engine delivering a total of 455 horsepower and a peak of 700 Nm of torque. The new Mercedes-Benz S63 AMG Coupe is powered by a potent 5.5-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine delivering 585 horsepower at 5,500 revolutions per minute, as well as a brutal 900 Nm of torque at a low 2,240 revolutions per minute. To put this into comparison, this is a 55 horsepower increase over the predecessor, the S63 AMG. Interestingly, at launch only the 4MATIC variants of the S500 and S63 AMG Coupe are available. Later, the 2015 Mercedes-Benz S63 AMG Coupe will be available either in rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive configurations in Europe, but in the US, the car will only be available with the 4MATIC all-wheel drive system. As for the all-wheel drive version, 33% of the power is sent to the front axle, with the remaining 67% going to the rear wheels. Performance. Despite its weight of 1,995 kilograms, the new Mercedes-Benz S63 AMG Coupe can hit 100 km per hour from a standstill in a mere 3.9 seconds with the all-wheel drive system, and reach the same mark as a RWD in 4.3 seconds. Both have an electronically limited top speed of 250 km per hour, which can be raised to 300 km per hour with the optional AMG driver's package. The power is transmitted to the road through tires measuring 255/40 R20 at the front and 285/35 R20 at the rear. The S500 Coupe does 0 to 100 km per hour in 4.6 seconds. However, as it is a non-AMG model, performance isn't its main focus, with luxury and excellent ride quality shining through the brisk pace. Top speed of the Mercedes-Benz S500 is limited to 250 km per hour. Both the S500 and S63 AMG 4MATIC use about 10-liter/100 kilometers on the average EU cycle, but the S500 runs on Super, 95 octane, and the S63 AMG Coupe only on Super Plus, 98 octane, gearbox and drivetrain. The S63 AMG Coupe comes with a 7G AMG SpeedShift MCT 7-speed transmission, which offers 3 different driving modes to choose from: C, controlled efficiency; S, sport; and M, manual. The S500 comes with the Mercedes-Benz 7G Tronic Plus. Later, the new Mercedes-Benz 9G 9-speed gearbox should also be available on the S500. The new 9G Tronic helps to further improve the fuel economy and make the even quicker and smoother gear changes possible. Like the 7G Tronic, 3 modes are offered: economy, sport and manual. Each S-Class coupe comes with aluminium shift paddles behind the steering wheel. More information and our experience with the 7G AMG SpeedShift MCT and 9G Tronic can be found in our driving experience below. Suspension: the new S-Class coupe comes with a range of different suspension options and a true innovation. Important is to distinguish the differences between the 4MATIC and rear-wheel drive models. The 4MATIC models always come with the Airmatic air suspension in the S500 Coupe and the AMG Ride Control Sport suspension based on the Airmatic in the S63 AMG Coupe. The S63 AMG Coupe also has ADS Plus, the adaptive damping system, to ensure a broad range from comfortable to very sporty. The true innovation is exclusively available for the rear-wheel drive vehicles, and sadly this means many customers will miss out on the best the S-Class Coupe has to offer in the suspension department. The rear-wheel drive S500 comes standard with Magic Body Control, which we know from the S500 limousine and tested in Toronto last year. Magic Body Control uses an advanced camera to scan the road surface ahead and set up the suspension accordingly to absorb any holes or bumps. In the new S500 Coupe, Magic Body Control can be equipped with another technology called the curve tilting function. This function allows the S63 AMG Coupe to lean into bends in a manner similar to a motorcyclist or skier. The lateral acceleration acting upon occupants is reduced in a way akin to when driving in a steep curve, and passengers sit more firmly. On country roads in particular, the new curve tilting function enhances motoring enjoyment and comfort. Mercedes-Benz stresses the objective is not to reach higher cornering speeds, but to produce an even more pleasant motoring experience. The curve tilting function can be selected as one of 3 drive modes using the ABC switch. It is active in the speed range from 30 to 180 km per hour. In addition to the curve tilting function, the Magic Body Control suspension system includes road surface scan and active body control, ABC, as standard. With active body control, the suspension struts are equipped with hydraulic cylinders, so-called plungers, in order to adjust the force in each strut individually. Depending on the curve driven, the curve tilting function shifts the base point of each individual strut. This allows the vehicle to incline automatically and continuously in fractions of a second and to angles of up to 2.5 degrees in curves, depending on the road angle and vehicle speed. The innovative suspension system detects curves using both a stereo camera behind the windscreen, registering the curvature of the road up to 15 meters ahead, and an additional lateral acceleration sensor. On the rear-wheel drive S63 AMG Coupe you can find a AMG Sport suspension based on Magic Body Control. Again, the curve tilting function is available as an optional extra. Designed from a design standpoint, the road-going Mercedes-Benz S63 AMG Coupe and S500 remain very true to the original coupe concept revealed last year. The front end is significantly sleeker than the S500 limousines. The S500 and S63 AMG Coupe both offer Swarovski LED headlights that come with dozens of Swarovski crystals surrounding the daytime running lights and indicators in the headlights. This gives the S Coupe a unique look, but it highly depends on taste. The stunning sleek design continues through to the rear, where the S-Class Coupe maintains similar tail lights to the concept while featuring a more aggressive rear bumper and rear diffuser. If you look closely at the side profile, it has maintained similar lines as to those from the CLA class, and when combined with a flowing roof and extremely sleek windows, there's no doubting that the fact that the 2015 Mercedes-Benz S-Class Coupe is a truly breathtaking car to look at. As for the S63 AMG Coupe, it features the selection of aggressive panels which we've come to expect from Mercedes-Benz. These include restyled bumpers and grilles, as well as AMG's truly stunning rectangular exhaust pipes. Styling is always a matter of taste, but we believe it is one of the best looking cars on the market today. Interior: inside the 2015 Mercedes-Benz S-Class Coupe, you will find the same luxurious, modern interior as in the S-Class limousine. The car is packed to the roof with features from massage seats that can move and adjust in nearly every angle, to the excellent Burmester sound system and the two huge display and infotainment screens. Both the overall length as the wheelbase have reduced, which primarily shows on the back seats. Legroom is very limited, and it is a real coupe with primary focus on the driver and co-driver. Although still nicely finished and shaped with two separate seats, there are less features and comfort in the rear. Driving experience: we start our journey with the new Mercedes-Benz S-Class Coupe at Pisa Airport in Italy. Pisa, home of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, marks the start for our journey through Tuscany with the 2015 Mercedes-Benz S500 Coupe 4MATIC. Our car of choice is dark blue with a porcelain interior, very understated but chic. It is pretty much full option with everything from night vision camera to the optional massage seats on board. Despite this being a 4MATIC with regular air suspension and no magic body control, the ride is comfortable, and like its limousine brother the S500 Coupe lets hardly any outside noises penetrate the cabin. The seats and interior are exactly like the S500 limousine. Only when you turn around towards the back you notice you're actually in a coupe. On the highway, the S500 is a true pleasure to drive. In traffic, adaptive cruise control and lane assist do the driving almost entirely for you, and as soon as the road opens up and you plant your foot down, the S500 propels forward. There is no reason to complain in this car on the Italian highway, so we leave the highway for what it is and head into the beautiful Tuscan hills. With the first corners in front of us, we toggle the gearbox from C to S and set the suspension to the stiffer setting. The S-Class 4MATIC has 2 modes for suspension and 3 modes for the gearbox and engine. The moment we release the button, a fiery sound engulfs us from behind. In sport mode, the flaps in the exhaust open, making the S500 significantly louder under stress and adding lovely popping sound the moment you release the throttle. The stiffer suspension helps reduce body roll in the corners. That certainly in comfort mode is quite significant. Still, even in sport mode you feel the S500 Coupe is a heavy car, weighing in at nearly 2,000 kilogram. This is the only true price you pay for all the luxury that the S500 Coupe offers. We pass through some beautiful old Italian villages and have stunning views of the surrounding hills along the route. It is not hard to imagine why Mercedes-Benz chose exactly this location for the introduction of the new S-Class Coupe. We arrive at the incredible Castello di Casole and exchange our S500 4MATIC for our WD S500 Coupe with some interesting gimmicks on board. First of all, it comes with magic body control that filters out most bumps and holes in the road while driving in comfort mode. It also has the new curve tilting function and also has the new 9G-tronic gearbox. We are particularly interested in the curve tilting function, where the suspension drops the inside of the car and lifts the outside of the car in a corner. We enable the system by switching the suspension from comfort to curves. Once engaged, it shows on the driver display. Now all we need is a few nice sweeping bends to give it a try. Luckily the roads around the hotel are littered with bends and soon we experience the curve tilting function at various speeds and angles. The feeling is really similar to that when cornering with a speedboat or on a jet ski. Instead of feeling a force pulling you to the outside of the corner, it seems like there are less forces, and if at all those are pushing you into your seat. A very awkward feeling at first, which your brain takes some time to comprehend. Later this turns around into joy and an "I want more" feeling. Mercedes-Benz stresses the functionality is not made to enable faster cornering but primarily to improve the cornering experience. And although I'm confident it is faster to corner in curves mode than in comfort, it is hard to get the same feeling of the car in curves mode as you do in the stiffer sport suspension setting. It is the first time a system like this is introduced in a passenger car and it still has a few weaknesses. In combinations of corners you can clearly feel how it struggles to keep up, and the shift in load from one side to the other makes the rear become light and makes the steering lack feel. Also a fun new innovation but not perfect yet. We also took some time to test the new 9G-tronic 9-speed gearbox developed by Mercedes-Benz. And although this gearbox primarily has fuel efficiency benefits, it has some performance benefits too. Shift times are greatly reduced and have also become even smoother. Especially in the higher end of the spectrum, you hardly notice a gear change at all. Whether you run the automatic program in C or S or use the paddles to shift manually, we noticed none of the struggles common for some of the older 7-speed single-clutch gearboxes. A good development, and we hope to welcome to 9G-tronic in more cars in the lineup soon. The 9G-tronic will not be available in the most powerful AMG cars though, due to torque limitations. After an interesting and fun drive with the S-Class Coupe cornering like a jet ski, we return to the Castello di Casole once again and swap the keys of the S500 Coupe for the keys of the most desirable of the bunch, the 2015 Mercedes-Benz S63 AMG 4MATIC Edition 1. The moment you open the door you know this one is different. From the shiny AMG badges to the sports steering wheel, this is another beast. Hit the engine stop button and the 5.5-liter V8 comes to life with a loud roar, heavily breathing in idle. Engage gear in the S63 AMG Coupe gets in motion with another loud roar.